Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a ton of decks here. All the E decks plus O, W, A, Z, B, I, bunch of ones that I don't recognize. And we've got some G6 playtesting as well, so we'll have to read all the cards. I like Employee of the Month. I think it's pretty good. Champion Breeder is good as well, although Champion Breeder generally needs a bit more support. A card like Lady in Waiting is always interesting and always worth considering. I'm going to try this Employee of the Month. I like playing lots of occupations. I think the ability to get red crops from it makes it a pretty strong card. Okay, this deck's quite a bit weaker. A lot weaker, holy. What's the best card here? Mountain Plowman, Animal Dealer. Yeah, this pile is really weak. I guess we'll take Animal Dealer. Well, Employee of the Month is pretty good with Constable in the game. Stone Baron, I have to keep in mind that's going to be extra worth it to go to a stone house. Seed Trader is usually pretty good. Food Connoisseur is okay. Do I want to play Constable? I could play Constable. 4 wood actions are usually pretty nice. I guess I could take Eris as well, although Eris in a game with Constable seems risky. Okay, Pickler. Pickler I should be able to do with Employee of the Month, although there was a Seed Trader. Recluse, at the end of the work phase, one or more are the only people on the column of the board. You can receive 1 food. I can only get 1 food at most. So it's at most 1 food per round. Looks awful. A card like Businesswoman is a lot better. There is also Pickler, but I think Businesswoman, it's quite a nice card. Quite a nice card. I like Fencer too and Stockman. There's some cards there, but I think that's it. And this pick is definitely Plowman. Absolutely Plowman. With Constable in hand, definitely. And then this pick is... Don't really like any of these. I think I'll take Seedmaster. Seedmaster is fine. With Animal Dealer and Businesswoman, I have a pretty strong incentive to get a cooking hearth. So I'm thinking I don't need Wheedler. Wheedler is something, but I probably won't even play Seedmaster, but Seedmaster might help me get the Pickler bonus, so it might be okay. Yeah, my early occupations are Constable, Plowman, Businesswoman, and I can play Employee of the Month, get a couple crops and an animal. Should end up having a pretty nice game. Food Connoisseur does combo with the Wheedler, but I don't think I really want that. Stone Baron looks fine. 2 stone action. Especially with Businesswoman. Stone Baron into Businesswoman. A pretty strong incentive to make a nice maybe the Basket Maker's Workshop or the Pottery for a nice amount of points. Okay, gotta read a couple of these minors. We got Lion's Mound, 5 clay cost. Can only play this card after round 7 in a 4-player game. End of each work phase, you receive 1 bonus point if no other player occupies an action space with a lower round number than you. So if I use the round 1 space a lot, could be sheep, for example. 5 clay looks pretty expensive. Riverport. At the start of the work phase of each round, check which action space holds the maximum number of a single good. I can buy 1 good of that type from the general supply for 1 food. Ooh, that actually looks quite good. So I can buy a wood or a clay or a reed every round. That looks quite nice. As soon as you use the round space with a number that is equal to the total of stone in your supply, no, thank you. Schlachter. Imagine it's BI. Is that the Belgium deck? Whenever another player converts an animal to food with a cooking improvement, place it on this card. At any time, I can convert all the animals to 1 food each. 1/1/1, no thank you. So Ground Pickaxe Plow is pretty good. It's a good card. Almshouse will help with my early game occupation play. But this Riverport seems pretty good. Being able to buy, like potentially buy sheep, for example, will be outstanding. Office. Exchange a clay for a stone, grain for a vegetable, boar for a cattle. Really expensive. Nope. Brazier is a way of eating, but I don't think I need that one. I think I'm taking Sawhorse here. Hi, Marscott. The plan is play efficient cards and win from efficiency. So I probably want to get to a stone house for Stone Baron. I obviously want the constable points. Pickler is out there as well. So there are 3 kind of late game plans that I'm looking towards. Plowman should help me with that. Sawhorse is an extremely efficient card. Banana Tree. 1 wood, 1 clay for 7 food. That's actually pretty nice. And with a card like Businesswoman, makes it nicer to play. Woodwork. Whenever you use build stable or build fences, I can take both. Start of each harvest, pay 1 grain to skip all 3 phases of that. Play with a major improvement action. No, thanks. I don't need to do that. Actually, it's not awful. Employee of the month would give me early grain, but I don't have any other source of grain, so no, I won't take it. Lederhosen. For each sheep that you convert to food, 1 food from the general supply on this card. You have at least as many food as you have family members. You get 2 points. If you have twice as many, you receive 3 bonus points. That's something. So 3 bonus points is pretty nice. I have to compare that to the strength of these cards, like a brushwood roof. A brushwood roof would be pretty excellent for me in this game. Would let me focus on clay and clay, wood, and stone, and pretty much ignore reed, which would be kind of appealing. Just take very efficient actions. A card like Banana Tree is absolutely worth considering when I have Businesswoman in hand. Also Riverport. Riverport will let me get that clay like relatively easily, because like Riverport round 1 will let me buy the clay in round 2, and then I could play it immediately with Businesswoman. So my round 1 would be something like 3 wood, Riverport. Round 2 buy the clay, play Businesswoman, Banana Tree, plus some other action. Yeah, you know what? This card looks pretty good. I'm gonna take it. Steam engine. Whenever you're using accumulation space with the last, you can also bake bread. No, thank you. Not really that interested in most of these. Meadow. Um, I mean, Meadow helps me fill my farm, which I would definitely want to do. The problem is I don't have a way of holding animals right now. I have a way of getting animals with Employee of the Month, but I don't have a way of holding them. I would have to feed kind of weird. Marska says Riverport will give you a clay in round 3. In round 2, there will be 3 wood. Oh, right, of course, yeah. Assuming that um, it doesn't get taken in round 2. And actually, you know what? That would be fine. I would be okay taking 2 clay round 1 as well. Especially if I'm thinking that Businesswoman I'll use to build a major improvement from Stone Baron as well. Or I use it to do Fireplace plus Banana Tree or something like that. I think I take Meadow though. The rest of these cards are pretty weak, so I might not end up using it, but I don't think this Lion's Mound is playable. I think the cost is too expensive. I need to use my clay for pottery and feeding and that kind of thing. So I'll just take Hammer. Hammer is fine. I'm going to regret that. If Sheep is the round 1 action, I'll regret that because I could just take Sheep for a bonus for 3 food and a bonus point every round with Animal Dealer, but I think this is okay. Don't want Office, don't want Millstone, don't want Cops. So Brazier is totally fine. Is it? I guess it's fine. Probiotic Food looks like the best card here by quite a bit. Actually, I think Probiotic Food is getting really undervalued. I think it's a great card. Yeah, Probiotic Food is an excellent card. I'm surprised that people are valuing it as low as they are. 2 food for 2 stone, or a stone and a reed is excellent. And the fact that you can use it at any time just to do whatever you need in that one moment. Because flexible cards like this are really strong. So yeah, I'm thinking that with Businesswoman and Stone Baron, I'm definitely looking at getting those 2 cards out early along with Plowman. So those 3 occupations. I want to play Riverport early, and then I want to play Banana Tree, and I want to have a way of eating animals. Ideally, the 2 clay fireplace. So what would my 4, like if I'm gonna do? I think I probably would do 4 improvements early, right? Riverport, Sawhorse, Banana Tree, and actually, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the timing for Sawhorse. Sawhorse might be kind of strange to time out. Because I also have probiotic food. I would like to get the well, especially if sheep come early. I want to get the well, and or not well. Well, if sheep come early, I want to get a cooking hearth or a fireplace. Sorry, building the well would be fine. Although I'd get more clay out, more food out of pottery. So pottery or basket pottery. Also, I probably should get a bunch of clay from Riverport. So that card looks fine to me as well. Reedstone Food or Stone Baron here? I think Reedstone Food. The 1 food will probably end up being relevant. And the playing on cheap occupation will probably end up being relevant too. So I have a pretty strong incentive now to second action Riverport. Riverport will give me a wood in round 2 and a clay in round 3, which will let me go use Businesswoman to build well plus Banana Tree in round 3. So that looks like a good start. And Stone Baron can be played in round 5. So Probiotic can be an attacking card with Businesswoman. Yeah, that's true as well. I can use it to do some pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. So we've seen Wood Collector, classically good card for Lumen, as well as Pasture Planner for Hullabaloo. Alright. I'll be interested to see how Hullabaloo sets up his farm. He knows that Constable is in the game. So, okay. So he definitely took something that lets him reorganize his fences. Yeah, not suspicious. Not suspicious. No, yeah. Probably like something like real estate agent. Yeah, this river port looks great. Looks like a great card. So I'll highlight it again. So I'll buy wood to start the next round, and then, unless of course clay gets untaken, it's possible. Oh, I don't have these right. There we go. Lumen is here, M&M is over here. And thank you, whoever messaged me the hide the address bar, the person from last, the unknown from my last stream. I will get around to fixing it. I just forgot, and then this game was ready to start, so I just jumped into it. Yeah, Riverport can give me an animal. Yeah, exactly. Riverport seems like it's really good. So I'll pay a food for a wood. And then I will begin turn and reedstone food once more. And then if cheap occupation comes back to me, I'll cheap occupation. Otherwise, 3 wood is fine. Expensive occupation. Yeah, I'd play expensive occupation. I have time. Okay, so if I play expensive occupation and Riverport round 3, that will leave me with 0 after playing Businesswoman. But then I would get 2 at the start of round 4, so that should be fine. Pickler comes out nice and early. So we're definitely seeing that Hullabaloo is going to use his fencing efficiency. So that's cool. Politician from Lumen. This is totally fine. If I'm going to build, I could probiotic food here. No. I think 3 wood is fine. I don't need to overcomplicate this. Is Zed in the draft? Is it? Yes, it is. Is there a Zed card that Hullabaloo has that I should be aware of? Or that he's strongly signaling Marska? Yeah, I think what this employee of the month is going to be, it's going to be like 6 food plus grain and a vegetable. Like I think I'm going to put out a boar, a cattle, and have a cooking hearth, and then a grain and a vegetable. The vegetable I'll use normally. There it is. Wow. Fence 14. So clearly he's got something. Big Time Ranch. I'm not familiar with. Oh, you know what? I heard about Ranch. Is that the one that? Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. And I buy a clay with my river. Okay, well, I would like access to those sheep. I could also build the Basket Maker's Workshop here. So I have two options. I could Basket Maker's Workshop, which is contingent on me getting something else, or I could take clay here and then pottery, or take clay and cooking hearth with my businesswoman. I also have plowman, which I want to get out. I think I think there's a chance I get both occupation spaces if I do this. One, one. So I'll play banana tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm also going to play Basket Maker's Workshop. And then getting one reed next round should be doable. Either Reedstone Food will be really good for me, or the 2 reed space. Both will be pretty good actions. Plus food point per round remaining. It's a prerequisite that all spaces have to be used. Okay. Actually, did a version of that get played? I remember someone talking about it from the finals, the World Championships. I remember hearing about a card like that the Japanese player had a really strong game with a ranch, or a card like that, or similarly named to that. Yeah. The mistake about me playing Basket Maker's Workshop is that Riverport will never yield me a reed. But I think I needed to play. I don't know. I wanted to get my banana tree out. Maybe I should have played Stone Baron first, or Plowman. Both of those were options. Really wanted to get my banana tree out though, because banana tree is one of those cards that'll go down in value a lot the later I leave it. So don't think I want to take 3 food, so I think I'm taking 4 clay here. I could start player probiotic food. Okay, let's think about this. If I start player probiotic food, I could Reedstone Food and then build the well next round. That would be pretty strong. But the probiotic food would only be marginally better than playing Stone Baron. There's a chance I could Stone Baron. No, but I'm not getting everything out at once. Okay, you know what? This clay, I think this clay is too slow. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. I can afford to I still have Constable as well. I guess I don't have to play Plowman for all 3 fields. I could play Plowman for just 2 fields. That would be doable. I'm interested to see if the clay goes, because if I have the option to buy wood, I would definitely buy wood. I have to get a reed next round. I'm not feeding in this next harvest unless I get reed. Our Scott says Hullabaloo does not have ranch. I'm lucky. I assume he's going to play something like real estate agent. That's what I'm expecting to see here. Nice. Okay. So I can use the food on the board to buy a wood. If he had ranch, he would play it in round 3 for 22 food and 11 points. Holy. Yeah, that would probably be a good game. There's the real estate agent. Yeah, I predicted that. 2 food per harvest, which is totally fine. And he built all his fences very efficiently. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to grab the well here. Discard my probiotic food. 1 food per round for the next 5. So I discard and I feed a food and a reed. Okay. So, what do I do in round 5? Playing Stone Baron would be appealing because it would get me 2 clay, or 2 stone. 2 stone would let me build the pottery. And then my feeding would be pottery plus Basket Maker's Workshop for a long time, which would not be bad. Hullabaloo plays Brushwood Roof. So Lumen, I think. Oh, this is a good play from Hullabaloo. Forces Lumen to pass him 6 food. But actually, Lumen probably took Almshouse, so Lumen is allowed to take 3 wood here. Would be my expectation. Yeah. So Lumen begs 2, but he's okay with that because he has Almshouse in hand. And I will be able to buy a clay. So the food on the board buys me a clay. I guess if I had taken 4 clay, there would be 3 reed and 3 sheep here, which both would be alternatives. And I'm happy to see first round 5 family growth. I have to imagine Hullabaloo. Well, I guess he has Brushwood Roof, so 3 reed is only as good as 3 wood for him. especially because I've built the Basket Maker's Workshop. Lumen builds a room, one of those to do that, buy a clay, and then what am I taking here? I want to play Stone Baron, but I don't have to play it here. I can play it with my second action. So probably the 3 reed is the best move for me. There's a chance it comes back around, but Lumen might take it as a 3 stone action. So 3 reed is good. It's enough for my room plus feeding in the next harvest. So that's fine. M&M Family Gross plays Wild Greens. Not super relevant, just a card that lets you get food when you sow. I guess the other thing is I have Constable, so I get to decide whether the card comes out or not. And all the other players have to play as if Constable will be played. They're obligated to do that. They're obligated to play as if I'm going to play Constable. So, yeah. So I don't have to play it. I could do like a crazy stone game and do a bunch of silly stuff that way. So this action is definitely Stone Baron here because I'm going to get a clay next round and then I'll be able to buy something else. Lumen says, Lumen echoing Maruska's prediction that glad that wasn't around 3 ranch because that would have been a good game. I play Stone Baron for 2 stone, and everyone who gets to a stone house gets 2 bonus points. Lumen's going to be in a position that if Hullabaloo's not careful, Lumen, and actually, Lumen very likely can jump me for the 4th family growth, which is a nice position to be in. Ooh, Child Psychologist, excellent card. Really excellent card. Oh, this is his first pick, because I passed him Lady in Waiting. So, I should first action Sawhorse next round. Problem is I don't have enough wood. I need to take wood. I can't afford to start player and play pottery. Buy clay. There's the almshouse from Lumen. Yeah, not surprising. Okay, well, I can take all the clay I need in order to feed. But you know what? They're really not well, I don't want M&M to take the clay, do I? But 4 wood is also excellent. 4 wood is my sawhorse plus my room, so yeah, I think I have to take 4 wood here. Yeah, no one else has 2 clay. Only Lumen. Oh, I guess Lumen could take the clay and then build the pottery. That's something I have to worry about from him. He might still go for the well, though. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe this will be a start player sawhorse action. Hullabaloo grabs the sheep. Lumen immediately takes the clay. Yeah, so if I start player build room first move, Lumen probably first action builds the pottery. Which would be a little sad. But I think this is okay. Yeah, my feeding's okay for the next harvest at the moment, so I'm fine. I think I'm fine doing this. Do the sawhorse. Sawhorsed into... The thing is, I am passing 6 wood here. Marscar says, am I winning? No, not right now. Definitely not with round 5 family growth coming out. Yeah, I'm going to be in kind of an awkward position here. Because 6 wood is excellent. I mean, there's no chance for me to build 2 rooms with... Yeah, that's not really an option. I definitely need to grow. Definitely need to start getting actions. Oh, there's the juggler paying off for M&M right away. Yeah. I think I'm forced to do this. So -1 food, take a food, buy a wood. Yeah, there's a chance 4 wood gets back to me. 4 wood would be quite nice. Build a free stable. Yeah, M&M takes a 6 wood, of course. Yeah, he's in a really good spot. He's going to be able to grow again and get up to 5 people with his lady in waiting. Or even if he doesn't go to 5 people, his lady in waiting gets him to 4 nice and early. Then he can just focus on getting his farm up and running. Yeah. If I could get the pottery, building the pottery here would be fine. I could also play my plowman here. My plowman is 2 fields from this point on. I have the food. I can afford to do it. Oh, storage shed. I haven't seen this card played in ages. Oh man, this is a fun one. I really like it, but I haven't seen it played in so long. Okay, 4 wood, pottery, or occupation. Those are my 3 options. I think because I know that I'm going to get a good amount of clay from my river port. Like, very often clay will be the best thing available. I think I build the pottery here. Yeah. Plowman is one field. Not playing Plowman here means I miss out on one field because it's one action, one field. And I think I need to get that second clay going for the round 9 harvest. Yeah. And if I don't do it, Lumen's definitely going to build it. It's not a great play, passing on 4 wood. But I have Sawhorse. I have lots of ways of getting wood. I think I'm going to be okay. There's a great chance that I buy a clay round 8 and round 9. So round 8 would get me Brazier. Round 9 would get me the 2 food for that harvest. Yeah, I don't know if I'm winning. Hullabaloo is in a pretty excellent position, as well as Eminem. And I know Lumen's a great player, so I know he's going to do some good stuff as well. I have a lot of major improvements built already, though. I have a lot of points already. And Sawhorse is a great card. My fencing should be relatively easy. If I can get off Hammer, and you know what, I can still play Meadow. I still have the option of playing Meadow, so I have some choices here. Ooh, Smuggler for Lumen. Okay, so he's gonna feed with. We're gonna see Lumen feeding with the clay oven, I imagine. He can convert a stone to a reed and then Renault clay oven. If he wants to. He doesn't have to. Eminem builds a cooking hearth. Okay. So both the cooking hearths are gone. So my animal dealer's a little sad about that. So I can buy stone or clay. Definitely buying one of them. Or sorry, wood or clay I can buy. And I think I'm buying clay and taking stone? Or am I taking reed here? Is he going to take reed again? He might. Yeah, any of them might take reed. So I probably need to take reed with my first move. I could also reed stone food next round for a bunch of food. I should take the good actions while they are available. Alright, let's buy clay. And then my second action can be Brazier. It could be Hammer. I could play Hammer. How many fences could I build right now? I get 2 free, right? My 3rd and 6th. So I could fence. Yeah, I could afford to fence 6. So how would I fence 6? It would get me a breeding pair, which is nice. But I think playing Brazier here is fine. I think the hard thing that I'm going to encounter is that it's going to be really difficult for me. What I've done has made it so that I basically can't get Pickler. That's going to be the really big drawback for the way that I've played. that's going to be basically impossible for me to get it. I play Brazier, lets me eat one animal per harvest as if I have a cooking hearth. So I'll probably still want to build a fireplace because Brazier, one per harvest is not enough. But, I mean, if I'm eating a boar, a reed, and a clay is 8 food, which is lots. So, Journeyman here for M&M. So we definitely see an M&M push up to a stone house with this round, unless Lumen beats him to it, which he might. Lederhosen. That's fun. And he's got a ton of sheep. Oh no, this is Eminem. Played Lederhosen. What? I guess he didn't want to build the joinery. Interesting. I thought Hullabaloo would really like that. So yeah, it's too bad that I didn't get that reed there. Probably I want to take Reedstone food next round because it'll be 4 food plus a stone. If the clay accumulates, the clay's probably not accumulating. Probably someone's taking it at 4. So that means I can theoretically buy a sheep next round, which would be really good. If I could buy a sheep, I'd be quite happy. Otherwise, I probably need to start plowing, take wood as much as I can. I want to be in a position where I can start player round 11. Probably start player hammer. So if I take wood really aggressively, that will definitely delay Lumen and M&M's fencing. So if I do that, then I have a good chance of getting start player hammer. So I want to have 11 wood at that point for fence 15 plus 1 for the hammer. Should be doable. Should be doable. And then I'd be happy with, assuming I've played my Employee of the Month at that point, then I'd be happy with either Family Growth or Plow Sow. Yeah. So if I think my round 11 is something like start player, plow, and I don't know, take some animals, maybe take 2 animals, and then in round 10 I want to play Employee of the Month. I think round 10 Employee of the Month, put out a grain and a vegetable. Lumen says fascinating. I missed what Eminem did. What did he take with his third action? Sheep? Lumen playing clay oven, and then we've got fish cellar here. Sure. Fish cellar is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Alright. So wood or clay are available. I think I'm taking the wood, buying the clay. Because I definitely want to be able to convert clay with my pottery. I'm taking 3 wood. Yeah, I definitely want to convert reed and clay because that's how I pay for my round for the converting those resources pay for my buying in the next 2 rounds after the harvest. Eminem does his juggler, I guess, playing it kind of safe. Sure. Yeah, I want to keep taking wood. I want to take 4 wood next round. If I take 4 wood next round, then I think I'm in a really good spot. Because that gets me my hammer wood. So then round 11 I can start player hammer, then take a pair of animals, then plow a field or take crops or something. I actually have a dead action here that I can probably use to plow a field. Ooh, 3 clay here. Interesting. Definitely reedstone food. Reedstone food is now a nice action for me. 4 food and a stone is good. So last action, I'd be happy with plow. If I don't get plow, probably occupation. And I would occupation, probably animal dealer. Occupation animal dealer looks fine. Actually, maybe animal dealer is better than plow. Because if I want to play employee of the month next round, employee of the month would only give me two crops right now. Animal dealer would give me a third good from the employee of the month. The problem is if round 12 is plow sow and I start player into plow sow with only one, with that being my first field, that's a pretty weak sow action. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right sequence is. Lumen plays, I'm assuming this is Reno plus fireplace. I'm guessing we're going to see him build a clay room. Yeah, you know what? I think I like this. I could also play constable here. You know what? I think animal dealer is fine. So, what does Fish Seller say? Don't. Oh wow, Fish Seller was played. I assumed Eminem played Fish Seller. Wow, it was played with an action by Hullabaloo. Yeah, Lumen's right. Hullabaloo played Fish Seller. Wow. Anyways, I should feed. So I feed a clay, a reed, and a food. So give me 4 wood next round and I'll be very happy. I'll be a happy, happy person. Nope. Eminem star players. Darn. Well, I can still get 4 wood next round. I just buy a wood and then take 3 wood. Yeah, so there's still ways for me to make it happen. Yeah, so I like animal buyer here. because what I can do is buy two animals, get two animals, use the animal bar to get the third. The third I can eat with brazier, and then breed the rest of the way. So like if I get two cattle round 11, for example, that'll be really good. They'll be really good. Although I'll need a way to hold them first. So actually there's no way I'm getting that, is there? Well, I could fence. I don't have to hammer fence. I could just fence normally in round 10. Because if my round 10 is something like 3 wood, buy a wood. You know what? It could just be something like, well, I could buy clay, take 3 wood, and then fence. And then I could do 2 boar and buy the third boar. That'd be an option. And then I'd be first action plowing the rest of the way. Yeah, family growth even without room would be really good if I knew round 12 was family growth without room. Definitely the hammer would be the way to go. I'm not sure if it will be though. Okay, so my only option to buy here is a clay. So buy C. Put the food on the board. So I'm taking 3 wood if I can. And cattle did not come. It's going to come round 12. Which, if round 12 is plow sow, I might 2 cattle over plow sow. Although I would like to get some fields up. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one. I like employee of the month here, definitely, because I can employee of the month, get food for this harvest, and then do those 2. Yeah, especially with those 2 board going. Okay, yeah, I like this. Yeah, oh man, all those animals just disappear right away. So I play employee of the month. I get a cattle here, a grain, and a vegetable and a grain. The cattle I turn into 4 food with my brazier. It'll let me buy resources for the rest of the game. It'll also let me use my animal dealer. Yeah, okay. I'm behind, but I have stuff that I can do. There's the fencing. Okay. Yeah, so hammer definitely not worth it anymore, I would say. I like that I have constable. I get to decide if it gets played or not. That pleases me. I think I will decide that it does not get played, because it's unlikely I'm going to fill up the rest of my farmyard spaces. But M&M is looking pretty dicey for filling his. Lumen, hard to say because we haven't seen Lumen fence, and really what's the most important is the fencing determines whether you can get that play or not. So cattle, veg, and grain. Did I pay too much food? No, I think I paid the right amount. Yep. Very efficient action. Oh, Fencer here from M&M. I didn't see that. Wow, if he had Fencer in hand, he should have played the joinery. Oh, someone built the joinery. Oh no, they didn't. I'm blind. I am blind. I'm out of practice. I haven't played in this game enough recently, obviously. I am struggling here. So Hullabaloo used the fishing space. There must have been 3 food there, which he used to turn into a cattle plus 2 food. So it's pretty not much of anything. If I take 4 clay here, then there's a is the 2 wood getting taken? Probably not. So I'm going to be forced to buy wood next round anyways. I would really like to buy reed. If I could buy reed, that would be best case. But M&M doesn't need reed anymore. Lumen doesn't need reed anymore. Okay, so the only option for me to buy is wood, I believe, right? Do I buy wood? Yeah, I think I can. There's a chance that I buy wood. Actually, if I buy wood, then I can't double buy. No. Nope, I don't need wood anymore. There's a chance that buying wood would mean that I can't double buy cattle. Okay, Lumen plays occupation stockman. I get my cattle. So I can plow here. I could fence as well. I think I plow. I also need the reed. Ooh, plow might be a dead move. I think I first action fence. Fence 15. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if I buy cattle, I don't need to take the reed yet. So it's going to take some work to get my last 2 fields, but I'm going to have a lot of good actions the rest of the way. Breed is great for me. Animals will be great for me. Yeah. I should be able to get a lot of points from animals. My goal will be to end with 3 points for boar, 3 total boar, 4 total cattle, and then as many sheep as I can get. Maybe 6 cattle even. Probably only 4 though. Brazier eating cattle will be very efficient for me. Oh man, Hullabaloo taking that first action 1 cattle. Woo. Strong plays. Strong plays. That's fine. So I'll plow, and if Lumen takes plow, then I'll do something else. I need to get my renovations going as well. Although M&M being all the way up here is kind of good for me. plow, I think. Lumen will grow again. M looks like he would probably like start player. I think Eminem's though in a pretty bad spot. He's not going to be able to fill up his farm is the problem. Unless he's got a plow. Did I pass any plow? I guess I passed the plow. Yeah, I passed the ground pickaxe plow. So he probably plays that. Start player plus that, yeah. That's what I would expect to see. No, taking his food. Okay, yeah, he needs food, so seems reasonable. Lumen going down to 0 wood is very interesting here. Very interesting. He must have really valued that Stockman quite highly. It's quite the gamble. He must be assuming that he has to be assuming that Constable's not coming out. So if I need to beat Lumen, I need Constable probably in all likelihood, because there should be no way that Lumen can get Constable anymore. All right, guys. Champion Breeder. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Champion Breeder here for Hullabaloo. So that's the card that really ties all this strategy together. So that's why he went for the cattle so aggressively. Good, it's an extra point. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's why he did it. Lumber pile. So we got the animals from his stables, and then he gets to turn those into fences. Fun. I'm taking the read here. Yeah. I would like to be able to buy read next round. But if that wood goes to 6, there's a chance that I can't even do that, which would be pretty sad. Mountain Plowman here from M&M. Well, that'll help quite a bit. It'll get him a bunch of animals and stuff. And he plays the joinery. Wow. Huh. Guess he's seeing that we're not valuing wood anymore and thinking he can do some stuff with it. Pickler is still wide open. It's actually wide open for the Pickler here, which is crazy. So maybe I should just go for the Pickler as aggressively as I can. Like play Seedmaster around 14. Turn all my grain into vegetable, something like that. We might see some card that lets people convert vegetable fruit into vegetables still. But yeah, my game plan, if I can get Stone Room and be fulfilling Constable, then I'll be in a good spot. The problem is if everybody else plays towards it, that's going to be really hard for me. So in all likelihood, I eat a clay, a reed, and a cattle here. So that's 9 food, so I gain 3. And then I can use that 3 to keep buying goods and buying more animals. So I'll buy a... I could buy a stone. Yeah, I'd buy a stone, definitely. I'd buy a stone if I could. Because, yeah, buying stone would mean that I would only need 1 more Reedstone food action. Alright. CF, 1, 2, gain 3, cattle's gone. One of each of those is gone. Buy. Oh, wood is the only thing that I could buy, so no buy. Oh, that's really sad. Oh, and of course family growth came. That's really sad. I would have liked to have done that. Lumen takes the 6 wood, of course. I could take the 4 stone and build stone oven. I could start player. I think I plow here. There's a chance Lumen start players and he would do plow or plow sow, and then I would get family growth or plow sow. So I think just fill up the farm is fine. One of these actions should be Reno. So what would I do? I would do Reno plus stone oven or something. There's the ground pickaxe plow, no surprise. So he's gonna plow sow with his first move next round. It's not awful for us. We still have stuff we can do. It's a good thing these guys are watching the other players closely. I don't normally do that. I normally trust that they're going to do what they do, doing their actions correctly. It's too much work otherwise to keep track of what everyone's doing. Reno nothing is pretty sad. But I don't see too much of an alternative. I definitely want to Reno here. So best case scenario, I get to buy a stone next round, and then read stone food plus buying stone gets me to a stone house. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was too aggressive with my businesswoman. I should have been a little more patient with my banana, getting my banana out. I wanted that 1 food per round so badly, but I think it was a little too much. Yeah, and Eminem just secured himself the pickler. With that second, he's going to be the only person who can fence in that way. Reed stone food here, I think. I'm going to need the food eventually, so... yeah. Yeah, because Eminem just got himself up to 4 vegetables, which I don't see anyone else having a good way of doing. 4 vegetables would be a lot of work for me. I would have to sow round 13 and round 14 and have another vegetable action. So it's unlikely that that many actions will be worthwhile for me. But there's no way he's getting constable. So I should be able to do something. Again, I can definitely do something against M&M. Being able to have the constable points, which he doesn't, will definitely do something for me. Oh, here we go. Of course, I forgot about this card, a Seed Trader. So that plus 2 fields means Hullabaloo has a good chance of getting to 4 vegetables as well. So okay, it's not decided yet. Not decided at all. And Hullabaloo will have a hard time getting to a stone house, especially if Lumens start players, which I think he will. I think he'll start player around 13, would be my guess. So if Lumens start players round 13, I take a pair of animals with animal buyer. So I'm assuming that what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a stone here. Building more. Oh, of course, Stockman. He's rebuying those the animals. That's fun. Fun plays. Three points and 3 animals. It's fun, and gets him his breeding pairs. All right, so if it's plow, sow, and then family growth, and then start player, something like that, or plow, sow, start player, family growth. I'm anticipating some kind of combination of that, so then I get 2 cattle. If family growth came all the way to me, that would be best case, for sure. But I think that's unlikely. Does Lumen might value start player ahead of family growth, but I think Hullabaloo would as well. And I buy a stone. One wood on 2 cattle, 1 wood on family growth. Pretty good. Makes some pretty good spaces. I could get plow sow next round. That would make me quite happy. But I don't want to start player, so 2 for 1 2 actions for that 1 action is not going to be worthwhile. Better for me just to do my incremental gains. So what's Hullabaloo doing? Is he plowing? Is he sowing? Is he start player? Start player is the only one of those 3 that I want to come to me. I'd be happy with the other two actions. There's a chance 2 cattle comes to me second. There's a chance. Not a great one, but there's a chance. I mean, Hullabaloo might take it for the food. Don't think Lumen will take it, and I don't think M&M will take it. M&M might take it for the food as well. But he's kept out on his spaces for stuff, so... Alright, come on, guys. Come on. See what you're doing. He's doing so. Interesting. Interesting. So he will probably take those cattle to eat them, because he just had to eat a bunch of stuff. Yeah, because he only has 8 food from breed. Only 7 food that he can breed right now. So yeah, Lumen needs food, or Hullabaloo needs food. Lumen, Reno plus Boundary Stones. Interesting. So my action is totally safe. Um, I think I have to hope that family growth comes back, or that 2 cattle come back. I think that's my only chance to win. And if it doesn't, then I can take plow, I guess. Plow, but it's going to be really difficult for me to get constable off, considering that I have, yeah, pump patch. Yeah, Eminem's killing me. He didn't see constable, I guess, so that's why he's not playing for it at all. Almost makes me want to play it just to punish him. Yeah, because Eminem's really killing me with this, the way he's set up. Going last is sad. Child psychologist is good though. I mean, I need to abandon constable. No! The only chance I have to win is constable, I think. Abandon Reno to stone. 5 points for me. It's hard to see that abandon to stone would not be worth it. Especially because I'm guaranteed to get a Reno action next round. Because Hullabaloo can't use 2 actions with 1 space. I don't have time. We will see. So I buy a cattle here. So 2 cattle did come back around to me. So I'm rewarded for that. 3 times animals, occupation Reno, out of time. Well, the not getting plow means I really can't get cons. You know what I can? Yeah. I could get wood. I could get wood. I don't actually have to, I could build stables. It would be 2 actions still. I could also do, like, something with meadow, maybe. Meadow hammer. Because I'm going to Reno. So if I could Reno meadow and then build... No, that doesn't work. Yeah. No, because I have all my fences built is the problem. I would need a way of reorganizing. So, we'll see. Try to do the actions which are worth the most points still. I mean, I'm going to have some, like, clay for 2 points. I'm going to have animals which are going to be worth more than 2 points. I'm going to have sow, which is going to be worth something. You know, if plow sow came to me, that would be pretty nice. It gets, well, there's, yeah, what am I saying? There's no way plow sow comes back to me. There's no way. Stone oven here for Hullabaloo. What? That doesn't seem right. Oh, he's giving up on renovating, I guess? Well, I guess he can still take clay and then reno. So he bought a grain and then baked it right away, I'm guessing. Did he put a food on cookies? I'm not sure if he did or not. Alright, I should finally buy this. So my reno next round is safe, so we're buying a second animal here. Nice. Yep. Yeah. So buy a second boar. So then I can cattle plus 3 food. I probably need to convert reed and clay as well. So I will brazier a boar next round, and that's all my feeding for the rest of the game. So then any other goods that I would get would just be points. Well, actually, I mean, it's worth it to buy clay, because then I can convert it. Yeah, okay, there's still stuff I can do. Buying a clay would be like maybe a net +1 food action, which is not maybe relevant. But it might be, so we'll try it. Yeah, I think what decides this game is the fact that all three of these guys have left themselves in a position where they are vulnerable to Constable, but then have not. Then the fact that I can't play the Constable. Like the fact that they saw it and then have not allowed themselves to play for it means that I really screwed this up. I really screwed this up because I should be on the 3-room house with my relatively early fencing. I should be able to, and like my employee of the month, which is excellent for Constable, I should be able to get the Constable bonus here, but I haven't. I haven't left myself open to it. There will be 5 stone to buy. Oh, of course, because Hullabaloo took clay. Okay. I don't know why he built the stone oven. Oh, man. I mean, it's nice that he left me 2 cattle, but he obviously should have taken 2 cattle because he needs the food. Like, why else would he buy a stone oven? Like, not getting to stone is so many points for him. I guess he was never going to because he didn't have enough time, but... Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I think I did quite... I only think Riverport is really good, but I think I didn't quite execute on it correctly. I think the Basket Maker's Workshop and the pottery timing were not ideal. I think maybe the businesswoman timing was the big thing. Businesswoman was supposed to come out after I've built my stone improvements. Because like you've seen at the end of the game, I've had minor improvements that are not worth anything, and I should be playing minor improvements here. So that means I should not have played minor improvements with Businesswoman. I should have used that for my majors. And yeah, I just kind of screwed up the game a bit. But that's okay. I'm still gonna have a reasonably decent scoring farm. It just won't be enough to win. Boar and sheep and stone. Is he talking about on the fishing space? Must be. No, that's Eminem doing that. Journeyman buys a boar. Mountain Plowman gives a sheep and a stone from buried treasure. Okay, so he only bought the boar. He didn't buy all 3. Oh, and I'm left with Reno Fence at the end. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, my Stone Baron has come back to bite me. Because the getting to Reno, going to stone on a 3-stone house has not been worth it at all. Pretty sure breeding a sheep here is worth a ton of points. It's worth 3 points. There's a chance that family growth comes back, so. Oh, the stone got taken. I could have bought a clay. Yeah, I think it's not worth it because I'm getting this 4 clay for 2 food and a point. So the extra point is probably not anything. Thanks for watching, Mariska. Hope you have a good rest of the day. One, two. How does he have 6 vegetables? Not seeing the 6th. Did he take one vegetable last round? Did Eminem do that? Took stone. He did take vegetable last round. Yeah, okay, makes sense. What? Oh. Oh, I can't believe I missed that he could Reno. Oh, man. This has been just really poor, really, really poor by me. Yeah, Lumen is the only person who's going to be able to have gotten the constable bonus, but he left himself so vulnerable to it. Yeah, but I have played this atrociously bad. Oh man. Just bad. Just really, really, really bad by me. Letting him Reno twice gives him an extra 2 points. It might let him win. I don't know if he's beating Lumen or not, but with that champion breeder, might be enough for him to win. Especially because I think Hullabaloo has played this I think he's played the end of the game terribly. Holy! I think he's played the end of the game really badly, but I think he's going to have had. I've given him life. Letting him Reno has given him life. Oh man. Just brutal. Like that stone oven by him was so atrociously bad. But it's better than me, so what the hell do I know, right? And like Lumen left himself so vulnerable to Constable being screwed with. Oh man. Oh well. That's fine. Just really awful by me. I should be building a stable there instead of spending a food for a point, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not consequential either way. Yeah, just really, really bad. I'm sorry about this. This has been just awful. Out of practice. Need to play more. Need practice. practice. So he must have had 2 wood on his farm that were going to be useless otherwise. Hullabaloo, because he did a 15th fence plus brushwood roof. So anyways, I feed 3, 2, and a boar. So I breed some other points. I get no bonus points. Because this has been an absolute failure of a game. I mean, I still score like low 40s, but it's still atrocious. Yeah. Only 41. Yikes. 41 GG. Failure of a game by me. Okay. Bad execution by me throughout that whole one. Bad execution stage 1, bad execution late game. Eminem being the only person not to see Constable, didn't play for it. And then it didn't come out, so yeah. And Eminem killed me at the end too, so. Lumen only beat me by 1. Holy. Lumen only beat me by 1. This is just such an awful game. But Hullabaloo said, I'm going to play so that William makes a big mistake and then I get to benefit. And that worked for him because I did make the mistakes, so I can't say that it was a bad play, but it's a bad play. Oh, well. I have no idea. Hullabaloo says he got 51. Okay, yes, Eminem won. Yeah. I think Lumen and Hullabaloo screwed up their games really badly as well. I'm amazed at Eminem. I guess he had the first family growth, and I passed him Lady in Waiting, and he had Child Psychologist. Child Psychologist might have been the best occupation in the game. It's ridiculously good. Really, really, really good. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, you guys. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. I need to practice some more, so I should stream some more. So maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Otherwise, see you next time. Bye.